ApORKalypse! Ladies and gentlemen, the Warbosses of Da ApORKalypse.
Greetings, boys and gits. Look, it's us. Yeah, when we ain't dead.
Yes.
We might be at the time of them watching this.
Yeah, yeah. I suppose it depends on how long it takes. Or just...
We are the ghosts of Christmas past.
And present.
And its only remaining future. Yes. We are here again, partly as a sort of we aren't dead thing. We'll get into more of that later, I suspect. But yeah, we thought it's Christmas. Why not some Warbosses? Yeah. So you've probably forgotten. You've probably forgotten who we are. I'm Dim. I'm the Hobby Git, and we have Steve-O. Hoping he's pointing in the right direction.
I'm not dead. I'm not dead. Not yet.
Not yet. We've got Sid, the Drunken Orc.
All right.
We've got Dread while gaming.
I'm dead, Lee.
Yeah, we know that. Clint of Essex Boys.
Hey, I'm not dead, just brazen.
And Scarnia.
What's the crack?
There we go. Plastic crack.
Can I just say, I love the effort you put into pointing in the right directions when your hands are nowhere near the frame of the camera.
Which corner? Perfect.
I absolutely pointed in the right directions as well. I'm very
I can
annoyed.
tell me. I can see it in your eyes. You nailed it.
Yeah, absolutely nailed it. In every way that matters. Honest gov. It's Christmas, so Christmas jumpers. I'm quite pleased with mine. Ho ho ho! I have a machine gun.
I've got the proper stuff again. The Orc one.
It's being sensible.
Shill.
Other sodas.
Ding, demonetized.
If you've been watching me Savage unboxings, you know what my Christmas jumper looks like. Don't worry, I don't need to flex.
I was gonna say, I thought Scar thought you'd hadn't had time to put one on, and you must have just got back off the mackerel boat. Just been up there, something like that.
Jesus Christ, we're on. I've actually got tomorrow's video. Well, technically tomorrow, as there's the point of recording of tomorrow's done. So I've only two left, and that's 25 videos in 25 days. Fucking get in. It's the only time I make content in the year, but there you go.
I was going to say that's 25 videos in a year.
In a year.
Basically.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's not bad. That's
still not bad.
Better than mine.
Probably more than most of us have achieved.
I was loving the plus 2,800% subscribers when there's 20 odd subscribers. It's like dead throughout the rest of the year.
Yeah, you got one in the previous month and had 20. Meant it's good though.
Brilliant. Yeah, nice one.
That's good crack.
Yeah, I've went for a more sort of better climate Christmas, the Honolulu Christmas.
He's just doing it to piss Essex off, isn't it? In his cold garage there.
Dressing for the way you want.
You can't see it, guys. Off screenshot. He's got Bermuda shorts on underneath that as well.
No, he's got nothing on.
Yeah, don't
commando.
Don't.
Just a sarong.
It is so wrong.
One for Sarong.
Yeah, he's a real commando as well because there's something purple under there as well.
You definitely can see it.
Oh dear.
Yeah, we're not dead and we haven't changed.
No.
This will be as lowbrow as you are used to.
He means his cock.
We definitely have not grown up on
I'm
that.
just thinking, you'll never see it coming. Because it's
He means his cock.
I hazard a guess that no one's going to be quite as drunk as previous years this time, though.
No.
No,
I'm working on the mulled wine at the moment, so yeah.
I do enjoy mulled wine.
Trouble is, by the end of filming this, it'll be pretty cold, and it's nice and warm at the moment, so it's quite tasty. But when you let it go cold,
mate.
Yeah, well, I've got to make it last now because otherwise I've got to unplug and get into the kitchen and.
Save it for January, Clint. Save it for January.
Oh, I've got plenty for January.
Oh,
good. We're all good. Plenty for that.
And damn, you better not drink any of the slow gin Soy has for us, but until you get down there. You know what I mean?
There's a whole bottle from last time. I haven't touched
well,
it.
then add that to the table.
How did we let that happen?
However, your whiskey mysteriously disappeared.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
We're on a
How
very
did
tight
we have a
schedule.
bottle of slow gin go home?
We're on a very
without
tight
being
schedule
drunk?
last time.
This is true. Yeah, it wasn't
We
much
were
time.
playing fucking 40k.
Oh, Jesus
Zap
Christ.
the
Yeah.
fun out of it. No, I'm kidding. It was all right.
There wasn't enough drinking.
There
wasn't
wasn't. There was too much wargaming and not enough drinking.
We'll
Yeah.
correct. We'll correct that
Coming
on the
from me,
next.
I don't
meet.
usually drink, but I was like, Jesus, no one's getting drunk.
There'll be no time for wargaming this time.
No.
Nah.
Yeah, just Blood Bowl. Just Blood Bowl.
Let's hope so.
So something to look forward to in 2025, viewers. You can see these 6 pricks get pissed.
Hey!
Hey!
Some point we might roll a dice or something. You know?
At each other, probably.
See, it's a wargaming channel. There you go, roll the dice. Right, drink.
You love dice tables. Knock a few tables up for random drink generators and stuff like that.
I'll channel my
Make it a
I'll,
double, you know.
I'll make it my double vodka, single pint. No,
There are
Like
some
got used on it.
in-universe BattleTech drinks, but they are pretty high in alcohol. Like, fucking Jesus. They're cocktails that basically have like 80% proof, and I think one of them is supposed to have car battery acid in it or something like that. It's cut with different things, so it's like maybe another time.
Oh, Christ. I'm sure we can find a bottle of that Rare Nephews stuff. Basically the same.
Sounds like the writers of BattleTech might be Irish.
Oh, well, me mate writes for them, so yeah, some of them are. Some of them definitely are.
So
What's
January, we've mentioned January. We ain't told the audience what we're even.
Are we
Where
still
would it
supposed to
meet?
be keeping it
Oh,
stum?
right.
Have we let cats out of the bag that aren't supposed to be in the bag? Or, you know what I mean? Is this
No,
is
let
this
people know
Schrodinger's
what's
cat?
going on.
Is it still alive is the question I'm asking now, let alone letting it fucking out.
We're doing a meetup. We're doing
Hey!
another Warboss meet. Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
I think we told them that when we
Yeah,
shut
but we did
up shop, didn't we? We
Yeah.
shut up shop and we said that we're still doing meetups, but we're just gonna be gone for a while. And yeah, I don't think this is us back yet, is it?
Not quite
No.
yet.
We're just here. Hello, we're still here. You know, it's just a little, you know.
Head above the parapet.
Yeah. Don't forget about us.
Let's already have one.
Did we want to talk about that briefly? That's probably a good plan. But
What's that, host? You lead us. You
fuck.
What, the Holy Grail?
That was a mistake.
lead us into a topic, and then we'll wax lyrical.
Yeah, so basically, like, I mean, there was a lot of reasons why we sort of drifted away. I mean, I'm going to let a cat out the bag in a minute, but like, we took kind of a sabbatical. We sort of kind of I wouldn't say got bored of the format, but we want to improve. We want to get better. We all want to get better. We all want to improve the content. So we kind of took a step away and went, right, what can we do? What can we do to change it? And we do like doing this podcast format, but we can do more. We can definitely do more. So we're looking at
it's circumstance as well. I mean, I've been living in a fucking caravan. So
yeah, well, there were like I said, there are other factors, but so Dread and others complicated lives. I had a complete career change, and a few other things. Got my official ADHD diagnosis. Now on ADHD pills. It helps a lot with the productivity. So I mean, I've been painting today, and I mean, I can't remember the last time I painted. So it tells you so much. They're working. I haven't been on them very long. I've been on them like a week. But I'm already.
It was
the living room,
viewers. It was fantastic. He took his first one the next morning. He woke up like Scrooge at the end of Christmas Carol, yelling out the window, "You boy, get to the shop and get me the
You boy.
biggest Space Marine codex you can find."
You boy,
Not
what
that,
edition is this?
quite that.
What edition is this? What, it's 10th edition, sir.
Please, sir, can I have some more?
Go and buy me that big Eldar army at the window.
Tell the tournament organisers
I
I will be there at once.
But a lot has happened since we were last on. Like, Matt Ward was in an interview. that happened while we were away. I never got to really comment on it. I feel gratified and vindicated by my entire character assessment of that fucking twat.
A huge amount of our audience are probably pleased to go, oh, that's who he's always moaning about. Right, now put a face in the fucking name. We know who it was.
You have me thinking now what's happened since we were last on. I think I've been to 2 BattleTech tournaments. When was the last episode? Was it in June or something? Or
it was one of the months.
One of the months. I think
It wasn't long after the last meet, was it?
I've been to 2 games conventions then as a demo agent with Catalyst. So that was UK Games Expo, Essen Spiel. Jesus, yeah, at least 2 tournaments. I've missed out on a few. And then I'm looking to organise the Nationals tournament in Ireland, in Dublin, in 2025. We'll do our provincial tournament. So in our province, we've got that tournament to run as well. That'll be in April. And then we've 10 3 other ones. So Ulster, which is Northern Ireland mostly, but not all of it. Connacht and Munster. And basically, there's a tournament scene here. There's a community. It's grown. It's great crack. You know what I mean? BattleTech. I literally have not touched PK or Orc since our last meetup. I am up to my bleeding eyeballs in BattleTech. And it's great crack. Loving it.
Cue the BattleTech gif.
Oh, BattleTech, you bollocks.
Just you.
Oh, yes.
My Kickstarter arrived.
Yes, because you're not in the EU and therefore did not fall to EU regulations and customs. So I'm still waiting for me Kickstarter. That'll be
finally a Brexit benefit.
Yeah, Jesus. Well, there's one at least. Yeah.
Well, half a one.
I mean, we are on fire, Dim. Nothing has changed really, has it? You've mentioned that Ward. You've mentioned Brexit.
You've got a list on the wall of all these rights. You just list them off every time.
Cue the trigger warning.
I mentioned that.
But yeah, keep him busy with the game and like keep him pretty busy with it. Like I've said before, myself and a few of my mates run basically like a BattleTech social night. So we do that every 2 weeks. So that's my gaming at the moment, is playing BattleTech, running BattleTech tournaments, running the store. Just making fucking Christmas videos like a mad cunt every year because apparently it's a tradition now. You know what I mean? I couldn't back out of it if I wanted to.
Nice.
I was going to say that.
Last thing I did was on Steve-O's channel. Went over and played Nick.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, yeah.
That probably was one of my last videos, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, Nick and
our doubles game. Planet 40k, yeah.
Planet 40k, yeah. Gentlemen,
we took it to them tin heads, didn't we? And then got
spanked. Oh yeah, we showed them all right.
We showed them how to lose.
Oh yeah.
In style.
Steve-O was out by I think around 2.
I was. Yeah. Well, you see that. Have you all seen that movie? It's a very younger audience. Have you ever seen the movie Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves? And they find where Robin Hood and his merry men are hiding out. They find the hideout, and the sheriff he hires some mercenaries to assist. And he goes, "Yeah, send all the peasantry, and they can." And then fires. That's what Dredd does with his tactics. It's Steve, go on, you head on in there. And he sits back, and then he goes, "Cool, you fucking all dead. You left me out."
Sounds about right.
But I fall for it every time. I'm like,
I was standing behind him. I was pushing him forward, going, "Go on, Steve. You show him. You show him, mate.
I'm like a squig on a leash. Just let me run off and embarrass myself."
Going, I'm not doing get help. No. There's a nerd reference people will get. There we go.
Well, I've been I'm not dead, people. I've done nothing hobby related at all since whenever my last video was. I think we're probably talking over 6 months or so. There's been a lot. It's much like Dim. I had a career change. I left my career of 14 years and went into business for myself, and it's not been easy. It's been a bumpy ride. It's been a bit of a roller coaster. And then there's been other stuff going on that I won't get into, personal stuff. And yeah, it's something I had to give. And unfortunately, it's been the channel and the hobby. I've really not touched the hobby at all. And not because I have any issue with the hobby. It's just I can't do everything. And at the moment, I'm trying to get my life where it needs to be, and I can't sit and focus on hobby and do stuff, because every time I do that, it feels like you really shouldn't be doing this right now. You're not where you're supposed to be. You're not where you wanted to be. You got people relying on you. You need to. So yeah, I've been trying to get shit sorted, and I've still got a long way to go. And I can't really. I struggle to enjoy the hobby or anything like that if other parts of my life that are more important,
exactly the same.
family,
Exactly
career, money, home life, everything needs to be settled and needs to be, I need to be content in that before I can go, right, everything's all right, family's all right, money's all right, work's all right. I can allow myself some chill time now. I've been chilling out a bit with I've been playing some Switch and stuff and some computer games and things,
and some Blood Bowl.
I did have a nice little practice game of Blood Bowl the other day. Essex was very gracious in putting me up for the night when I had to sort some issues out, and so he gave me a crash course in Blood Bowl, and it was my first ever game of Blood Bowl, and it was good fun. It was really good fun, and I got a little sneak peek at where we're going to be having this. Well, Essex, yeah, I hand over to you. You're going to be hosting the meetup this year, so we've got a pretty special venue, haven't we? And
well,
I mean, if anyone can host a Blood Bowl tournament, league, meetup, whatever it is, I can't think of anyone better than this man. Because tell the audience what you've been up to, Essex.
Talk us through the menu.
Yeah.
Clint, speak, unaccustomed as you are.
Well, for a starter.
Ooh,
Ooh, Scotch eggs.
Scotch eggs.
I'm done.
We got a bar.
Thanks.
We got a bar. That's a good start. A purpose-built bar.
Got a bar.
Beer on tap. Yeah,
don't cry, Sid. Don't cry.
A professional kitchen. Lovely. It's good. Yeah, no, should be fun. Should be fun.
I've just Scotch eggs and beer. You've got Sid. Like that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Right, so I've brought him in. We've got Guinness for Scar.
Oh yeah.
No Twiglet bar snacks, please.
Pork scratchings.
That was the next.
Pork scratchings, man. Only the finest.
I hope the air conditioning's up to scratch there. I'll tell you.
I hope the windows are painted shut.
Oh, they will be.
I swear, last time he farted, half of my miniatures melted.
It's a big hall, so let's hope it can. It's gonna.
It should dissipate a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. There's a stage as well, isn't there?
Yeah, stage, yeah. Where Charlie Chaplin performed back in the day.
Oh.
Yeah. No, it should be interesting. I've been building Blood Bowl pitches and stadiums and playing Blood Bowl.
Like you do.
Yeah. No,
Charlie Chaplin, and now we're tossed to a whole bunch of different tramps.
Yes, indeed.
When you say building pitches, as you're so like most people would dream of having a Blood Bowl stadium. I mean, this motherfucker's built 3 of them and counting in it. I don't think you stopped there, have you? You're still
I'm building. I've got some dugouts to finish on one of the pitches, and then I am presently over there making a arena for something else that we might be dabbling in. Yes, I'll leave that till the day, I think. But yeah,
I'm liking
Trying
the
to-
sound of that. I
yeah.
think I know what that might be.
Yeah, I've got some LEDs today for that. So yeah, it should be a bit of fun, I think, hopefully, with that. And then I've joined a local league as well.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Won my first game 4-0 and then got fucking stomped into the ground by Chaos Dwarves.
Sounds about
Well,
right for Blue
second
Ball.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swings
But
around
no,
with
it's
it.
been really good fun. That's been a great laugh.
What have you
actually.
been using?
Snotlings.
Snotlands.
Yes.
Classic.
Oh yeah. I'm playing Blood Bowl on hard mode, but yeah, it's good fun. Yeah.
They're a tricksy team, though, aren't they? They got
course
some
they are.
good.
They've got some
skills
options.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of hit
Oh,
them.
well.
Yeah, yeah.
You spend the whole game pushing them exactly where they want to go until you get knocked out by a pump wagon or a fucking troll.
I've also, same as Steve-O, started a business at the same time as him, start of the year. So I've been busy with that. But I moved as well. So I moved my camper van out to a beautiful field. So I'm in a nice location, in a nice village.
Yeah,
And
it's
I wanted to
beautiful.
become, I want to become part of the community. So I've enlisted myself as a leader for the scouts. So as a scout leader, you get to choose activities for the kids to do and stuff. And when I was talking to them, I told them about, what my little hobby is. And it just so happens that they said, "Oh, do you know, we've been approached by them before. They said they'd give us some free models and stuff if we were interested. We just didn't have anyone to show anyone how to do it. But if you know how to do it," oh, yeah. So hopefully I'll have access to a bunch of free 40k stuff.
The kids will never see those models.
No.
No, they will.
Yeah,
I know
look.
they will.
Cut some sprue out. I'll show you how to make a sprue man.
And it is me thinking you were doing a magic mushroom badge for them.
No, they'll all be wearing their buttery biscuit base badge, won't they? It'll cover all the other badges up.
Longest
Biggest
dread
badge you can
badge.
get.
What about Mr. Hawaiian Tropic over there? What have you been up to?
Oh, mate, I've done fucking nothing. I've been having a nice little life, to be fair.
You've been busy though, to be fair. You've been busy working on
You've actually done a hobby, yeah.
very
I've never
impressive
done that.
project.
Okay. I've never stopped hobbying. I've done nothing for my channel. I've had messages off a few sort of subscribers going, "Is everything all right? Are you still doing stuff? Are you coming back?" I'm like, yes, I am. I just haven't got round to it because I sit down and I just think our stuff. So I'm working on a big project at the minute, which I've been doing for a few months, to be fair, on and off. Ever since the Stomper kit came out with the mech box, I've also I've done quite a lot of Space Marine stuff. I just got it. I find it very therapeutic. Just it's so easy. Painting, airbrushing, la la la, on Annie's belt. And he's in there. I'm done.
Finished.
It's been lovely. I've enjoyed a lot of that. And I've been doing lots of little. I've got a lot of unprimed kit bashes that I've finished. I want to make a squad of warbikers, but using grots instead of orcs on little scramblers instead of the big orc bikes. Although I only had 5, so the 6th one turned into the run turd, who's just on a normal warbike with his grot prod and the sidecar with a little grot on it, and that. Oh, pretty cool.
Oh,
The
quality,
videos will
that
be
sounds
coming with
cool.
this. And I think when I do start doing the videos again, because I'm still halfway through editing one from June, when I do start, I might sort of open up a little bit away from the focused orcs only and just taking a few other things. Because I would also like to paint up some battle mech to give that a bit of a that a shot. So I've been looking at some of the minis, and the Kodiak is and the King Crab both really grabbed me sort of attention.
Yeah, what else did you say? The King Crab? I was like,
yeah, the King Crab.
see.
The King Crab just looks like Ed 209 was being knocked on the head.
Yeah.
But the Kodiak looked pretty cool.
Oh, it's a beast.
So there's a few other things I want to do, and I really want to start building a lot of terrain as well. So I looked at some terrain sets online, Kickstarter ones, and it looked amazing. But they were working with 300 quid, and I was like, well, I'm spending 300 quid on fucking terrain. I'll just
Crazy.
make it.
Yeah.
So Clint, I'll be needing classes. But yeah, other than that though, not a great deal. I've been away with the missus. It was my wife's 50th, so we've been away and done a few. You know,
It looks like you've
trips
just
over.
come back from it.
Yeah, been a bit. But it was canny.
Till
But,
weekend on the yacht in Monaco.
yeah, well, it was one of them big swan pedalos, and it was on Goody Pond. But you know, still, it's quite nice.
Up the Tyne.
Yeah. I'm a bit disappointed though, because I took some time off work this month, and I thought, right, I'll get loads of videos done, and I just haven't. I've sat down and I've been building, but I've not been videoing. So I've said I'll edit this video just to try and get my hand back in.
Yeah,
I feel like I've forgotten loads.
You do. I noticed that as well. I noticed coming back and trying to do videos again. It's like, how the hell did I do this the last time? And you kind of have to knock the rust off of it, and you're like, oh yeah. It just takes
breaking
you
the seal, isn't it? Breaking the seal.
But once you get back up and running, like you're laughing, and you start to learn new things. Like I'm trying to mask off things so that they highlight. You know what I mean? In videos, that'd be pretty cool. So it's like if you had like, say you were doing like your army on display, and it was just like a long, big picture of the whole army, and it was moving and panning. Like you could do a mask where it's a case of, as you talk about a unit, it would like you could color it. So it'd be like, oh, I'm talking about these guys, and it colors, and then you'll talk about the next unit, and that colors. You know what I mean? To visually highlight things like that, little things.
Yeah, aye. That'd be
It's up in the production value and that a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, this is it. I think this is one of the things that we got a bit tired of previously with the old live podcast thing. It was just a bit sort of samey, and it wasn't where we wanted it to be, was it?
No, and any time we put something out that was well edited, it made us realise, geez, that's what we should be doing. That's quality, that is, you know.
Yeah,
even if it didn't get the views, it was still worth it for us.
Quality, not quantity.
Usually the case as well, isn't it? The more work you put in, the less views it gets. It's usually the fucking case.
The one you put loads of effort and time into gets absolutely nailed, but the half-assed idea you quickly rush out just explodes.
Bang something out in 5 minutes. It goes.
Oh, you mean
viral.
like randomly rambling about 2 fucking squig-offs and getting 2,000 more views than every video I've got? I've got no idea what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, you're talking about your best video, yeah.
It's not.
It's like I should delete it. It's like no.
Well, I can delete it now.
That's funny. One of my best viewed videos I voiced over in the car waiting for my daughter while she's at circus class.
Maybe that's the secret. Just low effort and fucking watch the money roll in and fucking become an internet sensation.
Money.
Film all my videos from the shitter.
I've still not had a pay from YouTube yet.
But what I thought I would do is I'll just get someone like, I don't know, who does well, Grandmaster Valorant or something, just get his videos and I'll just relaunch them.
Re-upload them.
But I'll just be in the side going.
Like those fucking TikTok reaction videos.
Yeah.
I'm in the other half of the screen going, oh, fuck off! What are you
adding? Nothing.
I watched one the other day on the board.
Simon Cowell of TikTok.
It was 18 minutes long. 18 minutes. It was one of these like American court things where there's like, somebody's taking them to court because you eat me last bubble gum and I don't want to eat it or whatever shite. And they went on for 18 minutes, and I just noticed halfway through there was a little ginger fella who looked like an extra from Train Spotting in the corner going.
This is like when you used to stay up too late watching telly, and it would have all the programs for the deaf people, and you got the fella down the corner like doing that.
There's a thing like that I watch on YouTube, which is like there's these 4 black fellas, and they're sitting around a TV screen. They've got a TV screen in the middle of them, and they're sitting around it. And it's literally, they're just watching American news, and they barely even comment on it. But it's like stuff that we don't get. Like, you get American news, but you don't get it all. And it seems to be the more obscure stories that they sort of look at. So I'm just sort of like, well, I'm watching this, and I'm not even noticing the guys around the side because they're not really saying anything. But it's the only way I'm getting this information or seeing this side of their news anyway.
Well,
so
there's a benefit to that then. Whereas I will watch reaction videos with generally, I don't know why Americans
seen.
Americans watching stuff that I love just to see if they react to it correctly, and I go, yes, yes, it is good. Will you stop pausing it? I'm trying to watch this. It's Alan Partridge. Stop fucking pausing it.
That's the same gratification you get from watching tribal men try Marmite.
Yes. Is this the Indian tribal fellas?
Yeah.
Oh god, the whole video was in Indian. I'm watching it 45 minutes. We're all just trying fish finger sandwiches. It's very yes, it is correct. I don't like Twiglets. You're wrong. Fucking dislike. Close it. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I haven't tried a full English breakfast and stuff like that.
Yeah, I watched a few of them do the full English and the roast dinner and that, and it's funny watching someone else like look at our food like it's of this strange, exotic, you know. Oh, what is this?
The one that I must just point this out, and I'm sorry, it's a little bit off kilter, but the one that really winds us up is when you watch. Is it Lad Bible? No, is it? I don't know if it's Lad Bible or something, but they have like a celebrity, and it's like British versus American or.
Oh yeah, well they do
versus French or whatever. And they always will go Greg's sausage roll, and it's in this fancy packet that you know it's been like bought 2 days previously, and they're going, "That's very nice." And it's like, no, it's not. Take them to fucking Greg's. Get them a proper fresh one. It's a totally different experience. Soggy out.
Take it, or you could take it to a proper bakery, not Greg's, and then a sausage roll.
Yeah, yes, you're right. They won't fucking put a bit of salt on it afterwards and a sprig of parsley on it. Yeah, it'll just come in a paper bag. But you'll only pay $1.50.
I don't know. I was quite fond of them mince pies the last time, Sid. Those Greg's mince pies were nice.
Yeah,
they're all right. Them, yeah, they're not bad.
They didn't last very long.
Yeah, I had a sausage roll this morning. It was very nice.
But yeah, what have I been up to before we move on to something else? Not much, to be honest. Much the same. Certainly nothing channel related. Planning videos, writing scripts. But hobby wise, very, very little bits and pieces. But I decided to knock Modern 40k on the head. I'm done. I'm not going to bother anymore. I'm still going to play 40k, but I've decided I'm sticking to 3rd ed, and I might tease the odd 4th or 5th edition at a push.
Jesus, go on, yeah, we'll play some 5th ed. Come on,
No, too many Mat War codexes. Let's play 4th.
It doesn't matter. Your codex isn't Mat War. You're not going to be playing against that, so you're a grand. You'd be grand.
Yeah, that's true.
You bit of crack.
But
build little wagons when they were still.
I don't like True Line of Sight. True Line of Sight fucking sucks, and they never should have kept it. And
yeah, but every edition of 40k sucks in one aspect or another. So it's like
but it just so happens the 5th edition sucks in a lot of ways. Not now.
Which flavor of mediocrity would you prefer?
I mean, that is a very apt description.
I mean, we could just play a decent war game and just play BattleTech, like you know what I mean.
But, I know that's also an option. 3rd edition was good. 3rd edition was really good. It had a lot of potential. Most of it squandered, but it had a lot of potential. I think that was the best edition, to be honest, if I had to pick, because it was a proper hobby game, like because there was just so much stuff you could do. You had vehicle design rules, you had monster design rules, you had loads of extra codexes, and they just put an amount of productivity and amount of options into it that they have never matched since, and they won't again. And when I made peace with that, I was a lot happier when I realised that it was absolutely pointless following Modern 40k when I already had the perfect one.
Well, speaking of Christmas, Tim, have you seen this year's offering of the Red Gobbo?
Oh, I've got it. I love it.
Triggered! Oh, I love it.
I've painted it, and I'm going to gift it to you, Tim.
Hey, it's from a friend.
Oh no, actually, didn't your missus do something really cute for you, Clint? And
she did.
I saw it. I saw the the advent calendar. That was really.
She cut it off the sprue and then put a little bit in order in the advent calendar. And I built a little bit each day. for the first 12 days, and then she put chocolates in there.
Oh, you're lucky. You're lucky it was one of them instructions where you can actually follow it from one to the end without going, oh shit, I should have stuck that on because now I can't get that in there.
No, it was good. Yeah, it was really sweet of her, bless her.
That was a lot of thought into that. That's
Yeah.
tidy. Yeah,
Very
I
nice.
hate it. It's terrible. But they're doubling down on this stupid thing, and they're going to torture me every year. That's
well, they sell every year, don't they? And I think a lot of people will be
of course.
collecting them, and building up the collection of their
Probably most of the people that buy that
Gobbos.
aren't even Orc players in it anyway.
Yeah, it's just a little novelty thing, isn't it?
It's a nice little novelty. It breaks my heart every year more than my ex-wife ever managed. I just. But yeah, on the upside,
see the meds haven't changed you too much, mate.
You boy, run to the nearest store and get me the latest red gobbo.
the annoying thing is I think the snowman looks quite cute, but I just hate the concept
on
of Santa
principle.
Gobbo.
He just can't. Bless
It's
him.
probably the best one they've done thus far. I would say
It's a great mini, honestly.
Yeah.
It's a great mini. It's so much character in it. It's really, really nice.
Like Dim said, the snowman is very cool. It's cool. I haven't. That's the only bit of news I've really seen. I remember now. Actually, speaking out,
there's some new orcs.
Yeah, well, the last time I was going to do a video, I was doing me data
and then
card.
for you, Steve-O, especially.
Yeah. When I was doing the data card videos, I was churning them out, banging, and then another update came again, and just as I was getting back into the other update, I was like, you're pushing me here, and I'll be honest with you, viewers, I couldn't be fucked to read what all the changes were. I don't know how many there were, but I know some points changed and a couple of stats changed, whatever. And I was like, I can't be fucked. I can't be asked. I'm sorry, I'm tapping out. I can't keep up with it. I can't.
It's a torrent, man. Yeah, it is.
I think there's a lot of that sentiment. I think there's a lot of that sentiment going on with more established players. I think there's a lot of that sentiment going on.
Every time they update, it just pushes me further away, and whenever I play, it's still fun, and I'm still enjoying it, and I'll still be looking forward to my next game. But I just just making the video and getting all the things right in your head, and reading through it, and then having to download the thing and then compare it with the old card, and I'm just like,
as soon as you're done as well, they're redundant. As soon as you finish, they're redundant.
This is the trouble. Yeah. This is the trouble. I wanted to build up a catalogue so that someone could go on my channel and they want to learn a bit about a particular unit, and there it is, like a library of it there. That was the whole idea for it, to build up a big playlist.
Well, it was good. It was good for 6 months.
Yeah. It's just...
Yeah, but it took him 6 months to finish it.
Well, half finish it.
Yeah.
This was
they brought out new detachments, didn't they, for Christmas and stuff, like Advent. Yeah. New detachments for orcs. Tank busters are out now. You can split in tank hammers and tank busters. They look lovely looking minis. I think they look
and come with some options as well.
Yeah,
you can so that I like that.
So what we were discussing before, the idea that we were saying where you could either have them as close combat tank busters or long distance. Is that what they've done? Is it?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, you've basically got two different unit types now. You've got the tank busters or breaker boys. The tank busters, I've just pulled a data card up here. Both units are 6, which is a strange one, but the six models in the box. 5 standard.
Yeah.
The tank busters all come with rocket launchers.
Yay!
Proper rocket launchers. And you can swap out... the boss has got 2 rocket pistols. But you can make a few changes. Right, you can give the boss a smash hammer instead of his one of his rocket pistols, and one of the tank busters can be equipped with one of the following: pulsar rocket or an additional rocket launcher.
Cut ID.
So I assume that means he fires twice.
Nice.
Or you can have the pulsar rocket, which is a once per battle thing where you use it, and all the models in the unit get the strength and penetration increased by 1. So
I do.
that's not bad, to be fair.
Not like the
10
old
AP
pulsar rocket. Then the old pulsar rocket was deadly.
Yeah,
It's
it's not that. No, it's
Yeah.
a little bit more tickly. But
Classic
we've all got
GW.
the rocket launchers, which is decent at least anyway. And you can also get a character to lead them as well. If a
Yeah,
character
that's
can
cool.
lead a unit of looters, they can now lead the tank busters as well. So that's your mechs, which puts them in the dread
Shock
mob,
attack
giving
gun.
them
Done a
The
decent
initial-
job
Press the
with that,
button.
but they've also they're kind of like Scar Boys now, aren't they? They're sort of like almost like a knob stat line because they've got 2 wounds,
They've
haven't
got
they?
2
Have they got
wounds
2
now,
wounds?
The-
Yeah, and they're
the
quite
armor.
big, chunky. Yeah, and they got the heavy
Yeah.
armor and that.
Well,
So they're a bit-
that's the way they needed to go with.
Are
them.
you
They
sure
either
they're
needed
bigger?
them
They
to
just
be.
haven't shrunk the heads.
I think a bit of both.
bit of column A, bit of column B.
Column A, yeah. Yeah.
They're certainly
the,
fucking
the
decked
better
out with
save.
the fucking armor plating, aren't they? They're fucking armored up to the.
Well, that's what
to
they
the-
needed
to
to
the
do.
balls.
They either needed to make them more resilient or cheaper.
Yeah,
Mm.
I mean,
That's what they
look,
needed to do.
toughness 5, 4 up save, 2 wounds. It's a lot chunkier than they were, but it's not like
Not substantial.
no. You've got to stay.
All
You
it's
know,
gonna
you're going to
do
get
is-
shot to bits.
It's gonna push their cost up, and presumably they've not got anywhere. They've not got any sort of probably things to help with accuracy. So most likely they're just going to spend most
No,
of the time
the
missing.
cost
Yeah, shock attack
cost
gun,
stayed
mate.
the same. The cost's 120 points for all 6, as opposed to what was 135 for 5. So the costs come down, and
It's
they've got
working
lots of
plus
things
one
to
a
help
hit
with
as well.
accuracy.
Aren't you?
I'd
Give you
want
plus
the
1 a hit with a
roll-
mech.
With a mech, you get to re-roll the ones to hit.
Reroll ones. Yeah.
As monsters and vehicles, you add 1 to the hit and wound roll.
It'd be good in a dread mob as well, wouldn't they? Be good in a dread mob with the
Yeah,
mech
well,
rolls.
if you put them in a dread mob, you're hitting vehicles and monsters on 4s anyway. Re-rolling 1s. If you get like, I mean, really, it wants sustained hits. I think always, don't you? When it's D3 shots, so a unit of 6
And
is going to have 6
plus one a
D3
wound as
shots
well, isn't it?
plus whatever the captain's got. The knob.
I like them. I think they've done a
Yeah.
decent job with them generally. I mean, I'd still prefer to have the old fucking options of having up to 15 of the fuckers, you know, and just
Yeah.
Look, yeah,
course.
it's unit
Yeah.
size.
Yeah.
That's the bit of a stickler. It's a bit of
But that's the whole game though, isn't it? So that's not that unit's
everyone's
problem.
been hit
That's
with that.
yeah.
Mhm.
The Breaker Boys are pretty much the same, but instead of rocket launchers, they've got the Smash Hammer, which is like strength 6 minus 2 AP 3 damage. To be fair, getting a 3 damage
Nice.
weapon now is pretty hefty.
Yeah.
Other 3
Marine
damage
killers.
weapons. Thunder Power Fists, Thunder Hammers, they're all damage 2. You want damage 3, you've got to look at like Redemptor Dreads and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, and our
They got hazardous though, and they got the hazardous keyword as
the
well.
Smash Hammer doesn't. The Tank Hammer does.
No.
The Smash
Ah,
Hammer's got a 4-up anti-monster and anti-vehicle.
They'd be decent in
The
the
strength's only
Warhorde, wouldn't they?
6.
They'd be decent in the Warhorde with the exploding 6s and that. Like,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Sounds like a much more useful, versatile, and customizable unit, which is
The fact you can
well,
actually
compared to what they screwed it up to.
Oh, yeah.
it's
the
come
fact you
back
can actually
now.
have all rocket launchers, to me, is just that's all I want.
yeah. That's
so
awesome.
much better.
They didn't
Did
make
say,
that. They
though,
didn't
that
make
they'll make them playable once they've got a new model for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we knew
Yeah.
this is the way they're going to go at it, but
Yeah.
it's great.
Mad, isn't it?
I don't like
It's-
any unit where I like a unit where you when you've got some options in a unit, you want that you've got a job in mind for any unit, haven't you? And so when you've got a mixture of, you got, oh, there's an anti-tank weapon and there's some close range weapon, there's a couple of melee weapons. Like, so what the fuck does this unit do? It doesn't excel at anything.
Nothing.
When you're making your unit and you're choosing what you want, you're like, right, this is my unit that hunts tanks. This is my unit. This is my shooter unit, or this is my fighter unit. And then you kit it out. You know, if they're all close combat, then the guy leading it, you're going to give him like a big fucking, power claw or whatever. And you tailor a unit for a specific task, or at least that's how I like to do it, and I always have done. And so, sounds like they've been pretty smart.
That's
with
why
it.
your list is easy to pick apart. I always know what to go for. It's like he wants to do that with that. He wants to do that with that. We take them out first, then he ain't got that option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's good now because they are an anti-tank unit with the anti-tank keyword and all that. No,
Yeah.
and
But
but they're also really good at taking out heavy infantry as well.
Yeah.
No,
Well, yeah,
they're really
yeah,
good
they
at that.
are.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas
hit them
if I
as
play
well,
if I
but-
play Nick, even if someone points out what his stuff does, I'll still be like, okay, that shiny robot does what? That shiny robot does what? They're all just shiny robots.
All you need to know, Dredd, is that none of them die. So shoot at whatever the fuck you
Yeah.
want.
Fucking know that,
It
don't we?
really doesn't matter, mate.
No, yeah, I mean the amount of times we had half of their table gone and it just came back again. Oh Jesus Christ!
Right, shoot the entire army at that one unit and then watch it all get
Kill
back
it.
up again. Yeah.
You got to kill it outright.
Good work.
haven't you? That's it.
You got to kill out right.
Yeah.
And then he goes, "Oh no, my lord's got this resurrection orb or this thing," and he allows them to come back even though they've been wiped. Oh, fuck off!
That's the tank busters. But there's, like Clint mentioned, there's the new detachment as well, the tactical brigade.
Oh, finally!
Who are basically seem custom made for blood axes.
Yeah.
Their detachment rule is called Listen Here, and it means that every command phase, if you've got a Warboss, Boss Snickrot, or a mech, so that's any character with a Warboss keyword, which could be your Warbosses, your Warboss and Mega Armor, all that sort of stuff, they can basically give out orders like the Imperial Guard do.
Oh, that sounds cool.
That's nifty.
And there's 4 orders. There's get stuck in, reroll charge rolls. You can give this to any unit within, I think it's 6 inches. Get on with it. Add +1 to the strength characteristic. In melee, sneaky stalking, which is infantry and mounted models, excluding mega nobs. In this unit, have the stealth ability each time a ranged target attacks them. So they get the benefit of cover, and it's -1 to hit. So that's quite good for, like, makes them a lot more durable.
Yeah.
And then also the last one is shooter drills, which is each time an infantry or mounted unit makes a ranged attack, add +1 to the hit roll. So you can give any of your infantry +1 to hit, which for things like looters is pretty good. Each Warboss big mech can give 1 order a turn, or you can give out 2 orders. But in that case, you've got to make the receiving unit has to make a leadership roll, and if they fail, they'll still get the order, but they also take D3 mortal wounds.
Bit like the Dread mob where you could push it, push your luck a bit.
Yeah.
I like that. That's very cool.
So
that opens up all
that's
points.
pretty good, yeah.
Very versatile, isn't it?
Lots of
You can just imagine they get rowdy. That's what causes that. They just get rowdy. They're getting too many orders. They get rowdy, and
who are you talking to? That sort of stuff.
That's very cool. That's very cool.
Right.
But
they did do a really good job with the detachments actually, but that was the one detachment that was the glaring sort of one missing from the codex, wasn't it? There's no real
that
sneaky one.
Although it's saying it's like the tactical one, and you think of it as like the sneaky one, I think it's more the shooty one, because even there's lots of different sort of enhancements and strats and what have you, but the one that stuck out was you can give it's quite expensive. I think it's 35 points. I can't remember what it's called actually, but you can give mech captain. That's it, mech captain, and you can take a big mech and mega armor, or big mech with shock attack gun, and give it to them, and then they can lead a unit of flash gits. So
nice.
That's like a unit of flash gits, and what they will do is they will give each time a model in the bearer's unit makes a ranged attack, you can re-roll the hit roll. Not once, re-roll the hit roll. So if you're hitting the flash gate, hitting on 4s, you can give them the +1 to hit with an order to hit on 3s, and then just fucking re-roll everything.
That's cool.
You can basically fish for the sustain.
Anything where you can increase the ballistic skill of orcs is the sweet spot in it. It's just such a blessing, because then orcs they got some decent firepower. They just can't hit shit. So when you can buff that in any way, suddenly, and it's always awesome seeing the look on an opponent's face when they kind of play orcs here and there, and they're like, yeah, orcs, they can't hit shit, they have to worry in the shooting phase, and suddenly you unleash on, like, what the fuck? They're not supposed to hit anything. They're supposed to like lose 1 or 2 here or there, not like I can wipe out a whole squad from shooting. What the fuck's going on?
Big explosions.
That's cool. It sounds like a cool. It sounds like it's a really versatile one. Like you can adapt to what's happening on the battlefield and change your tactics on the fly. Yeah. So that's cool.
Of course, you can't do that thing I mentioned with the dread mob, because if you're a dread mob, you're not a tactics brigade. So, yeah. But
Swings and roundabouts.
Glaring mistake. Yeah, everything else was as we said.
Yeah, dread mobs don't bother with tactics.
No.
I'm pleased the tank busters turned out to give you both options rather than a terrible mix like the original pictures showed.
Amen.
Because that is confess, right? I had no idea because like I looked at the unit, thought they looked a bit crap, stopped paying attention. So I stand corrected, but like good. That's what they should have done ages ago with the tank busters.
I agree. I mean, I agree with you with the actual look of the models. I know a lot of people are saying they're great. I don't think they're bad. I just
they don't jump out.
I like them. I like them.
Yeah. Some head swaps will be good.
You know what?
And then they'll be better.
I was very much like meh, whatever. And then when I saw the data cards come out, it wasn't so much what was on the cards, it was the fact that, well, hang on a minute, so this isn't a completely monopose build kit like the boys kit is, the new boys kit. This you've at least got the option to build 6 tank busters or 6 wreckers, which means that there's some choice, some sort of
and left over.
Yeah, so you're gonna have you're gonna have bits left over.
They won't fit anything else, but cool.
Well, this depends how they do it. I think it's going to be more like the Beast Snaggers, where it was arm onto body, a wiggly line. So, it only fitted one, but it wasn't much
it down
pain to sort of get it to fit. As opposed to the boys, where you go, I'm going to give him this slugger. Unfortunately, it's got a fucking head on top and a kneecap under the barrel. That's a little bit more of a challenge, you know what I mean? Yeah. Whereas I think these are going to be a little bit better, so I'm warming to them.
They look fairly easy to kit bash and customize as well.
I won't be buying Kill Team, but
perhaps not kit bash, but convert. They look fairly easy because the way they poses and stuff, it looks like it'd be quite easy to snip hands off and stuff and tweak bits and change bits,
like wrists and stuff like that.
And I think it was you that said to me ages ago, and some of the armor plates, like separate armor plates that you sort of choose to put on or not. It might have been you, I don't know, but it looks like. So it looks like there's something fun you can have with a kit, and it look like they could be quite good for customizing into other things as well. And
I'm quite surprised. I haven't even looked at the pictures of like the sprue. Like usually, I'd at least do that. Just go and look at.
I haven't got the sprues yet. I don't think they've actually shown the sprues yet. Have they? You generally get that when they release the box.
No, they're not. Oh, well, I wouldn't know if they had or hadn't released.
It'll be around February, March. I would have thought before you can buy them, getting a load of halflings and.
It's Kill Team, isn't it? It's in Kill Team.
It's in the Kill Team, with the Rattlins.
Oh, so you gotta wait.
Rattlins look
which I found really strange that they decided to include tank busters in a game with no vehicles.
With no tanks.
Not only no vehicles, but the smaller.
Right, what are we shooting at? Rattlings.
Yeah,
is this not going to be a bit of overkill, even for an orc? That's a grot's job, isn't it? To go and deal with the rattlings.
I do quite like the idea. Some of the terrain in the Kill Team kit. You've got your terrain. I like the idea, but I don't know about the execution. You've got the terrain, but they've got removable sections.
Yeah, that look like they've been blown out.
Yeah, like you get damaged as you go. But
it's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, moving parts on a painted model. It's like, look, you can see where all the paints come off. Isn't it great? What real damage? Fucking hell, that is ours.
But you could glue them in, couldn't you? Give you the option to either have damaged buildings or undamaged buildings. So it gives you a little bit of choice as the hobbyist, which is cool. And the rattlings look pretty cool as well. Actually, there's some nice touches in there. Some of their bits, like.
Well, let's be honest. For most people, the terrain will just sit in the box for about 6 years unpainted anyway.
Yeah. Most people will buy it, pick out the faction they bought it for, and flog off the rest, won't they? Or split it with a mate,
exactly,
and never play Kill Team.
I think it's with the tactical brigade as well that they say Storm Boys on our battle line, so you can have up to 60.
Yeah, that's
so Sky. You need to knock up another
battle line. Storm Boys,
30 Storm Boys,
another 30,
and just another 30. Yeah,
that's all.
There's not much point because by the time you've done that, they're just going to be over, and
there'll be units of 4.
Are they 2 wheels yet, or what's the crack?
Yeah, I think we've got the next edition coming by when?
Next week,
July.
Probably.
Yeah, it feels like it'll be next year at some point, doesn't it?
It'll be 1 week after the last codex drops.
Yeah.
Usually the way some faction, poor faction fuckers get the shitty end of the stick, don't they?
Yeah, that sucks for them. That's
Yeah,
shit. That is.
Yeah, that is
really bad. Yeah,
it's a shame because they've done so much right this edition. In terms of, like, I think it's the best Orc Codex we had in a very, very long time. Time. And like the detachments were really well thought out, and there was a lot of especially for me being the dread mob, I'm like, oh, this is just like as soon as I read it, I'm like, it's not necessarily the strongest detachment, but my god, it's the most fun. And this new one, and this is what I always wanted before as well. Like, I don't updates and stuff. I've grown a real hatred for, and fucking erratas and stuff.
Yeah.
I've just done with it. But things like this, when they bring out, it's like City Fight and avoid optional. Here's some stuff. You don't have to touch it, but here's some new options for you if you want. Options are great. If they bring out new detachment stuff, like, it's not compulsory. You don't need it. You can carry on with your vanilla codex and carry on doing what you want. But hey, did you want a sneaky, versatile detachment? We got this. It comes with all these new rules and stuff. And it's all new rules and all new stuff. But you can ignore it if you want, and that's great. And that's what they used to do with things like City Fight and stuff. It's like, oh, you're getting a bit tired of the game. Do you want something more? How about having your battles in City with all these new fucking extra rules on top of it to tweak it? Or stuff, or how about Combat Patrol where we scale it down? Or how about Apocalypse where we scale it up? And it all comes with this little tweaks to the base game rules. And I like that they've gone in that direction, and I hope it's something they continue with, because that's cool.
A base game for me, unfortunately, the base game is a bit too bookkeepy. There's a bit too much stuff going on, like trying to follow if you play it to the standard that you're supposed to play it to, it's too much. Right, this is your objective, this thing, this is, you've got to achieve this, you've got to do that, you've got points from this point. And I'm like, whoa, fucking hell. There's enough to remember just in the codex and the base rules and all that, and then trying to keep up with the points and like the rules that we play when we meet, great. Warlord kill, blah, 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 blah. I like the old rules where it was simple.
What's the person that loses in these tournament style games, the person that loses is the person that forgets to do the thing they should have done.
Exactly.
Which is ridiculous. Like, you are literally having to play your army to a particular recipe, and I don't want to do that. I want to be able to, change it up and have some fun, and I want to be engrossed in the action enough to not
thematic of it, the spectacle of it all.
Too much bookkeeping means you're distracted in it, and you're not actually getting into the game and becoming,
you're playing the rules. You're not playing the game. You're playing the rules.
Yeah,
but even like look at what when we were playing our league, and think about our last games. We knew our armies. We knew how they played.
Yeah.
We knew our opponents' armies, and even look at how long games were still taken.
Yeah.
Sorry. So imagine playing with the full rules. I'm like, what, 4 hours of your life? 4.5 hours? Like, Jesus, whip. I'm like, BattleTech's quicker than this, lads. What the fuck's going on?
Well, I think I really liked 10th. But admittedly, never played 10th properly, really.
No.
And it was only really when me and Dread were playing with Nick and Planet 40k, and we were playing more. We were still playing custom scenario.
Yeah,
we were playing much more by the book, and there were certain things that when we Dread moved a unit in, and Planet 4K was like, well, you need to actually, that one should have moved in first, and they should have moved directly towards, they couldn't go round. And I was like,
oh,
and he's doing nothing wrong, he's just playing by the rules. But I was like, yeah, we just never really do that. We're like, we measure, can I get in? Yeah, right, bunch them in. And we just don't think about it. We don't worry about whether someone is just that. We just go, are they in? Yeah, cool.
He's 3 millimeters out, I'm afraid. He can't fight.
But 40k is made for people like him now. That's the audience. They don't think they have anybody else who plays. They've given up on everybody else. It has to be
like that, though. When you're down in the local club and you're not playing against your mates, you do have to be a stickler and stick to the rules. Yeah. The thing we have is we're used to playing each other. We're like, you're grand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the interesting thing was that Planet 40K at the end of our game, Planet 40K actually turned around and said, like, I've never played it like that before, and I really enjoyed it. Like, because we played it a bit differently. We played like Steve-O's Warboss rules. So
looser, yeah.
It was that little bit looser. Even though to us it seemed like they were still playing quite conformist, to them it was a big break from being conformist, and they were like, "Wow, that was really fun. That was really
very much out of their comfort zone. If you're used to playing very regular and in tournament settings at the clubs and stuff, and to then come out of that to a much more beer and pretzels sort of style go, it does. And
beer and sausage rolls, please.
Beer and Scotch eggs.
Yeah,
and
okay.
People that have come into the game through later editions have never experienced that before. So you do have to. It's not necessarily the players' fault. They're just doing what the book tells them to do and what the people at the club tell them to do.
It's what the culture's morphed into.
That does end up like you get better at it. I say better, I mean quicker. And that's why, like in the tournament scene, it's like, was it 2 hours 45 per game? 3 games a day. Now we had a very laid back 2 games a day, and it fucking lasted all day. And that was with our sort of like.
We are all 6 fairly inexperienced, and we don't play regular.
Yeah, but like this is what I'm saying. Like, okay, I take that into account for the first couple of games, but after the first couple of games, we're war gamers. We've been war gamers for decades. Like,
remember we're
old and we're tired and we're filming it.
Some of us are older than others.
And anyone playing me has to wait for me to go and make a tea and a smoke every 5 minutes.
And me and Dred spent 3 of those 4 hours arguing, so you know it all takes time.
I was loving that. I was like, to separate you there from having a fisticuffs. Cup of tea, lads. Cup of tea.
The only time we argue worse is when we're on the same side. We don't just argue about the game, we argue about the filming, we argue about every fucking aspect of it.
I'd expect nothing less. What are the plans hobby-wise for the New Year's, lads? What are your plans like? What do you all plan on doing?
Well, I'm hoping to have a hobby space to actually do some hobby. That'd be a plan.
Well, look, I this is where I'm up to at the moment with me Blood Bowl team. So you know they're on the way, and potentially usable. But I don't know. I was hoping to have them done in time for it, but I'll be honest, I'm not going to be. It's very unlikely to happen. I mean, there's this thing happening called Christmas.
Is there?
Yeah, so
not heard of that.
Doesn't leave a whole lot of time for the hobby, unfortunately.
Well, not even just like in January, but I mean like the year ahead, like what ideas or
sort my fucking life out and then hopefully be able to think about it.
Yeah, understandable.
I want to try and focus more on just on making content for the channel.
Well, one of us has got to.
I tell you what. There's some more channels that have sprung up and which are catching up. They've overtaken me. They're closing on you, Steve-O.
They probably left me for dust by now.
One of them, I don't know where they're at. To be fair, one War Tactics, which is very much focused on tournament play and meta and all this, but just on org stuff.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
It hasn't. I haven't really got much interest in that sort of side of the game and stuff.
No.
And the other one is it Red Ones Go Faster?
Yeah, he does a good stuff.
Old Big Mac.
Good stuff.
He seems a canny lad.
Yeah.
Put stuff out. Which is always a boon.
I've heard.
Yeah, he looks.
He's good. He's got a lot of enthusiasm.
Yeah,
he plays it with his son and stuff, doesn't he? And you can tell it's
the way it should be.
Good. Yeah, it's
unless he's week after week grinding his son into the dirt with it. No pudding for you. That would be wrong. I'm sure he's not.
It's nice to see. It is nice to see. It's because it was a barren wasteland. YouTube. It wasn't
nothing.
There was nothing really out there specifically for. Was there?
No.
And now, I mean, the community that we created is it's taken on a life of its own. And I think we've probably got loads of members of that community now that don't even know who any of us are. And that, cool.
Yeah, sure.
You know what? Cool.
Sure.
It's
Really.
taken on a life of its own, and it's growing. Like the Facebook community has grown so much, and there's so much like inspiration there, and it's just,
Is that 8K now? 8,000?
yeah. It's
No, every time I go on Facebook, I've got to say approve like 15 or 20 different people.
I did the same. Yeah.
yeah.
Every time.
Went on it and like,
That's-
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's massive. It's massive, and
Yeah.
we've managed to, keep it. Some groups can be quite to deal with a lot of drama and hostilities and stuff. We've had very few instances of the spirit in there is good, and it's good stuff. You're seeing creations, you're seeing videos and artwork and all sorts of shit. It's just cracking stuff. So. I think even if we never did anything again, I feel like we've done our job and we sort of set the stones rolling downhill. It's caused an avalanche and fucking, the war is in full effect across Facebook.
I'd like to contribute more on the Facebook group, I think, for the new
Same.
year. I think that's something I'd like to do. Just put, even if I'm not doing videos, just put a few more posts up, stuff I'm making and building. And, just
Yeah,
stuff
comment
like that.
some of your
I've been
sexy
hobbying,
ass terrain.
but- Yeah. Oh, and I'm going to be making some trophies over Christmas for a certain thing.
Oh, nice.
Got some bits.
I've got a space ready for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that for the next year? Yeah.
Mine's full. Mine's too full. I can't put any more in.
Yeah.
What's the wooden spoon
that
look like?
trophy? Where is that trophy, Sid? Where is it? Pride of place. Where is it? In downstairs loo, is it?
Yeah.
I haven't got a lace on that cabinet soon. I'll be able to see it.
He's sitting on it. That's why he's smiling so hard.
I was expecting it to be like front and center of every shot, like after that. It was just his smug face, just like. I mean, if Dredd had won it, it would be like a fucking hood ornament on his car, wouldn't it?
It would have been on the end of his cock, let's face it.
Would have
a strap on. Yeah.
Would have flown out the window if I cornered too hard, I expect. Wouldn't be in one piece anymore.
And what have you done with your wooden spoon, Dim? How many beatings has Matt Ward suffered at the blunt end of that?
Oh, at least 10. No, it's pride of place in one of my cabinets. Unfortunately, the cabinet's a little out of the way. I need to find somewhere for it to sit where more people can see it.
Yeah. Mount it on your front door.
Not quite that.
A water
Mate,
feature
turn
in
it
your
into a
front
door
garden.
knocker.
Yeah.
I've already got knockers, thanks. But yeah, incidentally, my plan for New Year. I mean, I'm also planning to do more hobby content on my actual own channel. So yeah, what's the space for that? Don't expect anything.
No. You said it now.
Yeah. No.
I picked it up, so I've jinxed
a video to explain what the next video is going to be about.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, actually, I did film a video about where I think the hobby is.
We'll upload it then.
It's an attempted rallying cry. I have to edit the fucking cunt first, but
Just upload it. Fuck the editing. Just upload it.
No, it needs to be edited.
Glass houses, mate. We can't. None of us can.
But the main I've got also.
I've not recorded one. I didn't say I'd recorded one.
Well, you read us over the WhatsApp, didn't you? You shared with us a bit of like a first draft of something you're working on. I like the direction it's going in. So it's got some real promise. So.
I can give you some dumb questions.
Looking forward to it.
I have a few videos lined up. I'm going to have 27 mechs that will need to be painted after this Salvage Miss Advent Calendar event. So there's going to be a couple of videos. There's going to be a video about creating units with the random mechs that I've got. So that'll show you how to create units for BattleTech.
Nice.
And then
I'd like to see that. That'd be good. Yeah.
paint
Are
them
these,
up.
are these going to be 27 mechs that you haven't already got? Are they some of them?
These
are
are
ones that you like?
literally these are like a lucky dip bag. I have pulled 27 mechs. I have no idea. You have a chance one in I think 95 or no, there's 90 something mechs in that series, and they're all different. So it's
You've not got any duplicates of what you've already
No,
got.
no. So far we've done
wow.
we've got 5 salvage boxes left out of 27. And there's been no duplicates. I mean, it wouldn't bother me if there was no duplicates. But yeah, there's a wide variety of mechs, and it's a mixed bag. There's some great mechs in there. There's some not so great, but it'll be fun to create units. Folk are already giving me ideas in comment section. We'll build a unit and we'll paint it up as a faction as well. Nice. So we'll build some clan units. We'll build some inner sphere units, and we'll think of paint schemes.
I'd love to see from you, Scar.
Inner sphere.
I know nothing about BattleTech. I'd love to see some how-to videos because I've not.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be
how to start from scratch. How to build.
This is going to be a how to start from scratch video.
Yeah, nice. I've been saying that for a long time. Scar, your channel really should be the place for. I want to know more about BattleTech, and this is the place to go.
Well, I'm going to do a bit more. Like I'm organising a big tournament, like I said this year. So I'm going to teach people the format for the tournaments as well.
It's what you do, isn't it? I mean, you taught me how to play.
Well, I joined into it. Like this is a long-established community. Like there's lads that have been running this for 15 or 20 years, and the thing that really impressed me because I went to my first tournament right after COVID, so it was that 2020, 2021, and the fact that I'm being allowed, the torch is being passed to me to help run tournaments. It shows you how open they are. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not a gatekeeping community. They're like, you join into the community, you can be part of it, and you can help build it. Like that's what I really appreciate. And it's just good crack. Like I get to teach people how to play war games. I get to be the guy that sort of first shouts them how to play a war game. Like I keep saying this.
The first one's free. The first one's free.
Well, this is the first fix is free, but it's being part of people's core memories. Because I still remember the GW staffers who were the first guys to teach me how to paint, who were the first guys to show me games. Like they were really important memories for my hobby back in the day. And the thing I love is being part of that memory for someone else. You know what I mean? That's what I love about it.
I want to do. This is why I'm doing the scouts. Is so I can teach youngsters some stuff that I've always wanted to pass on some knowledge and stuff. So that's it. It's being that person that that they look back on and go, oh yeah, he really inspired me.
Exactly, and it's been part of community. It's more than just like, there's more to life than just monetary gain or just existing. It's when you're part of the fabric of society. Something that is a net positive to people's lives. It's like what more could you ask for? You know what I mean?
Nice.
That's what it's all about to me.
I'm joining your church, Scott.
You're more than welcome.
Have you heard of our Lord and Savior BattleTech?
I do fancy having a look at BattleTech as well. Like I said before,
you should bring.
Think about.
Well, look, I can get end of an arena off one of the lads, and we can do like random mechs and just knock the bejesus out of each other, gladiatorial style, for the crack one of the evenings.
Well, it's another one. Like Blood Bowl. It's a low investment game, isn't it? Because you only need a few models to get going. And
like you have an army. Like
it's
5 miniatures and off you go. 4 miniatures, and it's everything's in the box set. That's the thing I like about the likes of BattleTech. It's one of those games where it's a hard lesson that I learned. I bought me missus like the Battle of Pelennor Fields because she loves Lord of the Rings. I was like, there you go, there's a box set for you, right? She opened the lid, looked at the mountainous brills, and and it has not been
ran screaming for the hills.
Exactly. Whereas now she's like, oh, you could teach me how to play BattleTech. We could play games because it's literally you open the box,
it's ready to go,
and like a board game. You have your map, your miniatures are there already. You have your sheets. You can start playing straight away.
Nice.
You know,
sometimes when you open it's fair enough if you know what you're doing. And by know what you're doing, I just mean if you've played 40k or something, you open some of those big boxes and you see all the sprues, and it's quite exciting.
Yeah,
You love that aspect of it.
To an
I've done more than
experienced
once.
gamer, it's like,
Yeah.
oh wow, yeah.
I've done the whole Scrooge McDuck thing and thrown them around the place and rolled around on it. It's fucking agony. I don't recommend it. But if you're new to it and you look at them, it's like, oh, that's a bit terrifying, and you just want a handful of minis. You can go, all right, cool.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to play that one.
There's
and
other
then crack
benefits
on.
too. You can play a game where you can come from a game where it changes every 3 years to one that's stayed pretty consistent for 30. That's
Yeah,
I mean, there's more the likes of BattleTech.
There's
There's been minor updates. Like some of the more niche rules might change. Like how does the C3I network work? Do you need line of sight? Do you not need line of sight? That's kind of changed. You know what I mean? But somebody who played BattleTech back in the 80s can, like, we've even had it at the club. There's guys when we're playing in the club. We have lads who live in the area who haven't played BattleTech since the 90s. They still remember the names of units. Those units still exist, and they can bring their miniatures from like the 80s with them. And they're like, oh yeah, I kind of half remember this. And then after 2 or 3 rounds,
couple of games,
they're back in. Not even a couple of games, 2 or 3 rounds of the same game, and they're off and they're laughing. This rule is kind of changed. How partial cover worked kind of changed, or this, one specific instances might have changed, but in general, it's like it moves.
They're very crunchy rules, aren't they? There's a lot of the rules are.
They're deep. They can go deep. There are like some specific actions are real heavy.
But you only have a small amount of miniatures to manage those deep rules with, so it kind of works. It's the rules wise, it's quite an investment to sort of learn it and stuff. But in terms of like a monetary and time investment of getting this stuff, like
is the thing. This is what I learned with playing 10th with you lads. I'm like, right, okay, I've learned how to play this edition. We've played it as many games as we have. I know I'm probably not going to play it again, and it's going to be gone by the time I come around to playing 40. I'm not taking a dump from on high at 40k, but it's more the rules churn. I think the rules churn for me was that's something that really pushed me away. What really
has me recently, I'll be honest, it has me lately.
I think it's pushing a lot of people away.
Well, this is what I was just saying when Dim made that comment, and I said that doesn't really affect you at the start. I said to Dim earlier the day, didn't I? When I got back into this, in like 2020, it was 8th, and then after about a year or so, maybe it felt like a year, might have been a little bit longer. I don't know how long it was. It changed to 9th anyway. And when they changed to 9th, it was like, that's a change. And I go, oh, well, I don't mind that. There's been a change. I know 8th's been going on for a while. We changed to 9th, fair enough. But then it seemed like very quickly it was 10th. And then I was like, oh, hang on a minute. Because back in when I was in it originally, I remember it was Rogue Trader, and then 2nd came out. And it was like, they're trying now. There's a box, it's not just the book. And then I left. I never saw 3rd. You know what I mean? So, and the same with Fantasy. I went from 3rd edition Fantasy with the book to 4th edition with a box set full of Night Goblins and High Elves. And that was just like an advancement, if you like, the box with minis. And then I never saw 5th. So I didn't see all these changes. This is like the first time, really, I'm witnessing it. And I've never had a problem with them bringing out new editions. I've always found it quite exciting because I've only really seen one. But then the second one, I was like, ooh. I was quite sharp. I was quite sharp. And now I'm in 10th, where apart from the games I've had with you lads, I've had one game, one of my mates, and
you lost.
And people are talking about 11th. Actually, I can't remember.
Do you know what though? It's not even the addition churn is fairly regular, but if it was just that, could probably tolerate that. But
no, I think
it's not. Anyway.
Nothing stays the same. For more than a week.
Like when you got the golden age of 8th was right at the beginning, where it was a clean slate because the game was in a sorry state. So it was a clean slate. Brought a lot of people, myself included, back into the hobby. Indexes, Bosch, all there, ready to go. Everyone was on the same level playing field or whatever, and it was great. It made seemed like a lot of positive changes, and it got rid of a lot of the thing, and it was like, oh right, this is quite approachable. And then it basically get 8.5, and you get, and then ninth was a really bad one for it, and then the same again with 10th. It's like 10th is changed every 6 months or so more. It's not
More
just the
than
fact
that.
that an edition, even if we only had an editions for like a couple of years and then it changed, even that would feel a bit. But if they just said like here's 10th edition, and it was just 10th edition for a couple of years, I could probably tolerate that. And every couple of years it changes. I would still think that was too soon. I'd prefer like 4, 5 years for an edition. I'd really like that.
We've said it before. We've said it before, haven't we? If they want to change it that much, it's got to be a free app with free rules.
I mean, the rules should be free anyway.
But with free, there's no point printing codexes if you're going to change it so quickly. Because if a codex comes out and it's already out of date before it's even printed,
which most of them are, if not all of them.
That's crazy. That's crazy, isn't it?
The points at the back of the codex
degree saying
were
that like,
never correct.
A codex comes out and it's already out of date. That's like, it's like, that's funny because like, that's almost what it feels like. But that has happened.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's fair enough saying, I got my codex and it was valid for like a month. And you done well. To be fair, you get a month into it.
You lost in a month.
We all accept it. We all accept it because they've done it so much now that everyone's it gives them a free pass for it. People just accept the fact that the codex comes out and it's not right.
Codex sales, honestly, codex sales must be plummeting now.
No, well, they're not.
Codex sales, because
they come out and go, we're doing an app. You sign up for it. It's $5 a month.
Yeah.
You also get some shit cartoons.
Oh,
so
you've got to buy the codex.
All right, then try and use the codex in the app. You can. Where is it? Just put your code in. Where's my code? Then your codex.
In your codex.
What the fuck?
They just don't. They can't give up that. They can't.
I'm paying £5 a month to access my own data. Yes, but this data's correct. Yours isn't.
It's not my fault. Yeah.
Crackers.
Yeah, exactly.
So unless you used BattleScribe or Warpedia, New Recruit or whatever, then I mean, if New Recruit brought out a mobile version of their site, and they might have, I've not checked it for a while, I'd just be right, brilliant. That'll do me.
It's a shame as well because this is the first time they actually got the app right in terms of the usability.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic app. The fact that you have to fucking buy the book to fucking access it and shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Again, the sweet spot when the app first come out and everyone had access to
everyone had access. Yeah, great.
Oh, look, finally, they've actually created an app that is not utter dog shit. In fact, this is the best army building app. I stopped using BattleScribe instantly. I'm like, BattleScribe was great. It was really useful. It was fantastic.
Very clunky though, wasn't it?
But it was, the interface and ugly. Ugh, it was like a Word document, wordy and shit. Yeah.
See,
it was free and it was good and community driven. But
I think it was fine, and it had the stuff on. It was great that I had everything on, all the rest of it. But that wasn't out of any, goodwill or anything like that. It's sort of like you could see the access to all the factions dropping one by one is the went right. What do you play? I play Space Marines. Thank you very much. Oh, there's your app. You're paying for your app. I am, yes. And you've got your Space Marine codex. I do. It's brilliant. Well, we've just brought out a new one. I'm okay. Oh, can't get in.
Yeah,
£35. The first one was free. Now you can get your £35 out. You can buy the codex. You can put your little fucking code in, then you can carry on playing. I just think it's
a disgusting business practice.
It's a dirty, dirty
that's
money
what I don't like about it. As an app,
dirty money
fine, great. Works a treat. Building lists was very
They're trying to validate themselves to release codexes, aren't they? Basically. No?
Well, they're a FTSE 100 company, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're more valuable than Greg's. For the third of this podcast. But
no fucking surprise when they're making that much money off fucking shit that's crap. Like,
and Greg's have got more stores in Newcastle than GW have got in the country.
Yeah, probably. I tell you what, I've got the Greg's
They're
app,
certainly
and
busier.
I paid £35 to buy a sausage roll.
Yeah, exactly. No, your code's on the back of your sausage roll.
I don't have a sausage roll. You better get a Portland.
The last time I went into Greg's, I didn't just go into a room and see a desperate-looking, lonely manager sitting there. So, would you like a sausage roll? What sort of pasties do you like?
You're right for pasties.
I actually went into the local GW and bought something of it, I was shocked. There was there's like a retro sort of large mouse mat for your desk, and it's all
I saw that. Yeah.
second edition codexes, and it was 25 quid. And I was like, this is reasonably priced, and it's really cool. I'm buying it. And it was like, I'm surprised. I went to see if they had any Christmas baubles or anything for like the Christmas tree, like a squig one or something like that. But
it's funny that if you make something of a good quality that the consumer actually wants at a fair price, that hey, they will give you money.
Yeah.
You know,
so I'm well chuffed with me purchase.
You don't have to force us to buy a codex. Just make the codex irresistible that we have to have it.
Yeah, exactly.
Know? If the codex dropped and it was filled with lore and artwork and beautiful images and as a companion piece, you know, just like you've got the apps, you can build your list, you can play the game. But if you want to learn more about your faction, you want to read in and get all the depth of it and read the lore of it.
In your codex, you've got vehicle builder. You can build your vehicle in the codex.
Yeah.
You know, it's that extra bit. You know, that extra bit on there. You know,
yeah. There's fanboys in the comment section saying the current books still do that.
They don't watch our videos, do
no,
that audience you're talking about does not watch our
we don't show up at their algorithm. Don't worry.
I was watching something before. I think it might have been Valrak, and I don't normally watch him, to be totally honest with you, but he came up after another video and I was pottering about and I could just hear him. And he mentioned that I think GW's released some videos, I assume, behind the paywall.
Yeah.
And one of them's all about how to, I'm thinking about signing back up for it just to see this video. It's how to create a codex. I don't think it's so much how you can create your own codex, it's more like how we create our codexes.
Right.
And he watched it.
Copy,
paste. He watched it.
Paste. Yeah.
It was just autocorrect. Nah, fuck it, it's fine. And it was he got to the bit
spell check. What's that?
He mentioned law.
Sorry.
And they didn't mention law. They don't look at law. It's all just about the rule sets. There's no actual, you know, things that made War the Orcs and Here We Go so fucking great. Was not the rules. There was no fucking
stories in
Orcs,
there,
was it? But it was just a great book. Every page it was either a story or a bit of information or a bit of just flavour and that.
Loads of Paul Bonner's amazing art. Yeah,
it's such an important part of a codex, especially when you're new to it, because it gives you that background of that faction. It gets you in the right headspace, and it starts giving you ideas of how you could theme your list. Like, I mean, the amount of people that have been inspired to take their list in a certain direction because of a short story or a paragraph or something.
And great army shots and miniatures as well, like and dioramas with all the minis, but not just the generic.
To be fair,
but not the same. It's not the
their minis, and I haven't got to pay fucking anyone for it.
I did say actually, in one of my when I did review the codex actually on the channel when it came out, I did actually unfairly criticize it for and actually I was completely wrong, because there were actually some kit bash stuff in there. They had like a blood axe warboss and stuff, and someone's army was actually featured in and there was a couple of bits that's actually which I
painting guides always good as well, aren't they? Nice painting guides and something varied. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Just a little bit of hobby tips, and so a bit more about the hobby in the codex. That's what it needs. Yeah,
I mean, I'm still of the opinion, which I had last time, but I'm still of the opinion that the codex is dead and it should die and it should be taken out to the back of a shotgun and put out of its misery. Back of a shed.
Unless they do something really interesting with it.
They should just dump it in a fucking vat. What they need to do is go to free rules, because there's absolutely no fucking point charging for it, because they fucking suck at doing it. And occasionally they come up with brilliant ideas like BattleShock. The current BattleShock rules are great, but then other stuff's just pretty uninspired and not that great and actually quite boring, and a million different ways of re-rolling a 1. And they can do that, but I'm not paying for it. They can do that, but I'm not paying for it, right? So do it. Just don't charge me. And instead of putting fucking codexes out that people have to buy, just do a really nice faction book where you get a bit of lore, some nice pictures of armies, showcases some cool stuff that's out there, tournament advice. What else could they put in it? They could put loads of shit in there, just no fucking rules. Or like if they're going to put
or do a
rules,
speciality rule.
optional narrative rules. Yeah, and
like
like
a
from all
collector's guide
codexes.
to show the stuff from the past as well, and show
Put the fucking Anzion article from Third Ed in there. Like something good, something useful, something people haven't seen in a while.
I'd love
and
like
put that in.
I'd love like an official book, like almost like an encyclopedia, like book of like a collector's guide showing all the stuff through the ages that have done. Like
They've done those, but you
They
can
used
only
to,
buy
yeah.
them at Warhammer World, and they're called Index Chaotica or
Yeah.
Index in Astralis, and they only did 2 because once they'd done Space Marines and Chaos Space Marines, they just stopped because, of course, like typical.
Because there's so many obscure miniatures from way back that are long since forgotten and incredibly hard to come by now.
Armor cast orc drop pads. There's one for you.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they're totally going to show another company's stuff, aren't they?
and it's such a huge nostalgia thing.
They should,
such
for
a
history.
community that have lap this stuff up. People that have been in it for years, and people that have generationally grown up through it because their parents have like taught them how to play and stuff. And there's a huge interest in this stuff now, and seeing it on YouTube now. The amount of channels that, again, another
Nostalgia.
thing that I was always underserved for. I was always searching up stuff on YouTube, and it just wasn't there. And now there's loads of good channels out there now doing retro stuff, look backs at old
Second Ed. There's a lot of
codexes,
second
old
Ed stuff I've
miniatures.
noticed.
Yeah,
It's great.
but yeah,
really feel I missed the boat.
the re-rolls. Yeah, 11th,
Yeah,
11th edition. Please just get rid of the fucking.
Whoever that was
command
that was
re-roll.
doing the second edition battle reports in the old white dwarf style.
Like dwarf style with the tactical map and the little
Yeah.
cameras. Yeah, I used to fucking live for those bat reps.
But
I've been watching. Is it Crown of Command channel that's doing the second
that's
ed
one of
bat
them,
rep
yeah.
stuff? Yeah, I watched quite a bit of that. He does really good content. Look that channel up if you haven't seen it. If you,
I mean,
like the old
if
second
you
ed.
are looking for a good example of a decent army book, there's the force manuals have now come out for the Karita and Davian in BattleTech. So
None of this
what I'll
means
do, no,
anything to me.
seriously, I'll bring them along to the meetup so you can have a look and have an idea of what the BattleTech stuff's like.
Yeah, let me know when we get to Marek. When we get to Marek, we'll talk.
Just for the meetup, guys, I'd love you all to download an app as well. Tourplay for Blood Bowl. Tourplay.
All
Just
right.
get that Tourplay.
Tourplay.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Tourplay out the way.
create a little league.
It only takes
our
about
own
30
league.
seconds, yeah?
It's quick. Yeah, no, it is quick. You can build your army in it. Your
Team.
team. Yeah. You can build your team in it. Everything, and then you can watch other people's games play out in real time as you enter it on the app. What's happened? So when there's a casualty, you just enter it on the app. You tap a button, boom, 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 and it does it all for you. It calculates everything
That's
for
cool.
you. It's really good. It's all free. It's a fantastic app for Blood Bowl. Honestly,
That sounds cool.
It's top notch. That.
Do you know what though? One good thing about tabletop gaming, no matter what game you play, in this day and age, one thing that's really good about it is it's a break from technology, because every aspect of our lives now, I mean, every time I go to fucking McDonald's drive-through now,
Oh yeah.
have you ordered on the app? I don't want to order on a fucking app. I'll go into a restaurant. I've sat in a restaurant at a table. There's no waiters. There's no one coming to your table to ask you what you
Scan the
want.
QR code, order
Scan a
yourself.
QR. I've got to be on a fucking app with work. I've got to be on an app at home. I've got to be for every aspect of my fucking life now is run by a cunting app.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
boomer.
I'm fucking Oi, Gen X motherfucker. I'm not that fucking old. The forgotten best generation, I'll have you know.
Are you quite a Gen X? When were you born?
1980. I'm literally right on the
only
crib.
just.
Yeah. Thank fuck, I'm not a millennial.
I'm a proper Gen X, mate.
I don't know. You sounds like an elder millennial. In
I
the
can't
know.
hear you over my avocados. Fuck yous all.
But I like the fact it's it's nice to have a game where it's miniatures that you have to build and paint, and the rules are in a book, and you look up things in a book, and you don't.
It's all analog, yeah.
Yeah, great term for it, analog. And the apps and stuff are great, and I see the usefulness of them, and I use them. I do use them, but
it's physical.
It does
it's
in
a
a way.
creative hobby, isn't it?
I would be in a way sad to see codexes go and things like that, because it is nice to get away from all that noise. Because when you're on an app, while you're on the app, then notifications are popping up, or there's distractions. Oh, you got a Facebook, or you got a message from the missus, or you got this. It's like, I want to put my phone down. I don't want that. I want to lose myself in this story, in this game.
You already came up with the perfect option. They already came up with the perfect option, right? They already had it, and everybody was fucking cock-a-hoop about it. Cards, unit cards.
They've been great this edition.
Yeah,
data cards.
That's all you fucking need.
So good.
Well,
and if you get your core rules halfway fucking decent, you can release a core rule book with some scenarios in it.
As soon as they start fucking about it, though, the cards go out the window. They need to just leave.
Just get it right first fucking time. I mean, fucking hell, they're a multi-million-pound corporation. They can get it right first time.
They're worth more than Greg.
Well, I always said, you always said, no, Greg, they never will.
Digital cards, Dim.
On an app.
Yeah, they're right. First time. That was my fucking idea, that.
Well, every idea was your idea first.
I'll just say though, Steve-O, that app at McDonald's has my fucking life. The amount of time the missus would order it because she's got like the NHS Blue Card thing with a discount, and I'd sit in the drive-through and they'd go, "I've got an app order." I'd give them the code and they'd go, "Is that Victoria?" Aye. And then I'd go through and get the food.
Yes, it is.
So I downloaded the app myself and I went through and it went, "Is that the Drunken Orc?" And I went, aye, it is.
That's me, yeah.
In Callus Duncan. Drunken Orc. But yeah, that's how it made me talk.
I have to say, I do somewhat mirror Steve-O's sort of grumpy old man. So, I mean, granted, it didn't actually transpire, but at my local club there was talk of doing some Blood Bowl. Very unfortunately, season 2, but you know, I eventually came around to the idea. Yeah, too much. I'm not going into it now.
Let's not.
No, because the thing is that
no.
We flogged that horse. It is. Yeah.
It's prissy perfectionist.
That horse is a fossil now. We can stop.
It's gone.
It's prissy perfectionist bullshit that only I care about. It doesn't matter. But season 2's all right.
Very big of you, Dim. Well done.
It's not. It's worse than season 1, but you know it exists.
Sid, you just got to upload a picture of his face after our game at the meet in Peterborough. Yeah.
No, but that's the thing though. That was
such a good time.
That was a
It's fucking awesome.
Only 2 teams that are fucking fun in Blood Bowl at the moment, and we were playing them, right? That's why.
Having played it recently,
wait till you play the gnomes, mate. Wait till you play the gnomes.
No, fuck the gnomes can fuck off and die.
Yeah, great.
That's when Blood Bowl was truly dead. You just Darth Vader now. You just Darth Vader. You know, like I'll never.
Trigger warning for this gnome racism. This is horrible.
But
attended your garden.
I'm going to stand up for the gnomes as the shortest member of the group. Yeah, leave them alone. Fucking mountain of the man, you. Yeah? Piss off, looking down at me up there.
Yeah, you fucking chaos dwarf.
Oh, Chaos Dwarfs, don't even get me started on those fucking broken twats. And they still nerfed them.
Are they more broken or less broken than dwarves? Standard dwarves?
I think dwarves, Chaos Dwarves used to be a lot worse than dwarves, but there wasn't much in it, especially if the dwarf player had the
stunning looking.
They're on a level par now. Level par now.
Beautiful,
but they're really fucking strong because they've got loads amazing. Of block. They've got loads of block, and
they are a beautiful team.
Well, dwarves have loads of block, don't the Chaos Dwarves? Yeah, the normal Chaos Dwarves do, but they've only got like 6 of them maximum.
Yeah, it's all you need. That and the fucking centaurs, but the centaurs just make them unbelievably brutal because it's
Yeah,
dwarf's
the strong
core,
and the fast
it's
as well.
dwarf's core strength, granted with some shit hobgoblins that are actually all right and decent, and they add in some. I think they've got dodge. Seems to recall they have dodge.
No, I don't think they do
Three.
now.
No,
But the hobgoblins,
But
which are
they're
the
all
shit
right.
ones, are
They're
as
all right,
good
they're
as
mid-range.
anybody else's team normally.
Yeah, exactly,
And then
exactly.
humans or whatever.
And then you've got your 6 really brick chaos dwarves, and then you've got those centaurs.
My snotlings
scary.
killed 2 of them chaos dwarves. I'd just like to point out.
Yeah, but you have got an unusually savage team of snotlings. So I've had killed by them.
Yeah.
They're tricksy little fuckers.
Fucking cheating little bastards.
But what was I going to say? Shit. Fuck. Oh, yeah.
Foul.
So the grumpy thing that I wanted to mention was a bunch of my local players, and they're all younger than me pretty much. We're going to play Blood Bowl. And I was like, all right, I'll get on in the league. And they were like, oh, right, cool. So we're gonna play. And I brought some of season 1's really, really good roster sheets down. And they were like, oh no, we're just using apps. I was like, it's less complicated that way. And I'm like, yes, I grant that there's no passing stat box on this sheet, but it literally, you just take a pen and you write on it. And they're like, no,
I am not using your self-service checkout. I am filling out a check.
Fucking children, right?
Checkout by hand. If you like it or not, you will accept it. It is legal tender.
This sounds like you, Dred.
That's at least what's up to you, to be fair, mate.
I'm going to pay with Barabons.
Yeah, it was very frustrating. Let's just put that, was very frustrating. It was just that I was like, the roster sheets are fine. Just use the roster sheets. And the thing was, it was because they were trying to. It's too complicated to track wins and losses, and it's really difficult to figure out who's won and points and stuff. And it's like, and it's bookkeeping.
Let me introduce you to this magical item called a pen.
Yeah, this was 40k players complaining about Blood Bowl having too much bookkeeping.
Great for a league, though. The app is great for a league. Honestly, it's great.
Do you know what I like? The app you mentioned, Tour Play.
Yeah, Tour Play. I'll tell you what I like about it. It's like when someone's playing a league game and you're at home, you can follow it in real time and see what's going on the league game. It's great. Cool. It's great fun. Cool. It's a really nice little app, and it's not complicated. It's not too much. It's just boom, boom, boom. It's the same as writing it down on your sheet. Who did the casualty? Who took an injury? You just pop it in there and it just records everything and just updates everything. And it's nice, you know. It does take a lot of the bookkeeping out of it.
Can't wait for half my team to die in January.
And myself, how are you spelling Tour Play?
TOURPLAY.
Tour.
Yeah.
He'll share a link in the WhatsApp anyway, Sid.
Yeah, I will.
Tour.
Play. Oh, sorry.
Tour Play, not fucking Tour Play.
I'm looking forward to the battle reports or the replays as they are. Like, if we do them really nice, we'll make them look like, you know, it's an actual match that's being replayed. That'd be pretty cool. If we get the sound effects and everything like.
Oh yeah,
Bagsy, one of the commentary team.
Me and Dred are going to be the cheerleaders. We got our outfits already. You have ordered the hot pants, right, Dred?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure. Well, I've probably got the wrong size for you again, like I did the T-shirt.
Yeah, tricksy devil.
There might also be another game getting played.
We're all with blood bowls hanging out the side. Doing an in-betweeners for fucking skit.
The thug will be the in-betweener.
In-betweener and what?
There you go. If that don't get him tuned in, nothing will.
Fuck me.
But yeah, there might be... Oh, sorry. I was just going to say there might be another game getting played. If I finish it.
Well, we got an if over that, so don't.
Yeah.
There definitely will be another game.
Let's not disappoint anyone.
I've got Zombie Side ready to go.
I never played
board
that.
games. I didn't even think of that. Yeah.
That's all six of us can play at once. Great
Yeah.
little
Yeah, I love
cooperative
that.
game.
Is
That'd be
it
fun.
is it first ed or second ed?
It doesn't matter. You can play
They've
whatever.
updated the
No,
rules. Fucking sack it off.
No, which
Bastards.
edition have you got? Is the first one, right?
Oh, you got to
I've
use
got
that.
first ed, yeah.
Fuck's sake!
Thank fuck for that.
All the zombies have apps.
Second ed zombie side is fucking dog shit.
The only one I do one house rule. You don't hit your own players first if you're in a room.
Yeah,
The
that's the one
only
I
house
do,
rule. The only house rule I don't do. Yeah.
In fact, when I was round Dim's and we played it, I said to him then that that's the house rule, and he was like, "Yeah, I always do that one." So everyone does. I think
It's such a stupid rule, that one.
Yeah.
It's the only,
Hit your
only
own
thing that
players
broke that
first.
game. Yeah. You shoot
I've
into
only
a
played
room
it once.
with a
and that
shotgun.
was the game that you're on about, Dread. I think it was that game anyway. That's the only time I played it with you and Dim.
Yeah.
And, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was mint.
Yeah, it's a great game. I've got another really nice game I got for Christmas, which I got for the family. I'm going to test it out. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's quite a retro one. It's Codex. Have you heard of that?
Oh,
Yes.
Was it Escape from Codex?
Escape from Codex.
Yeah.
We used to play that.
Yeah.
My family
that as a
used to play
kid.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
that's
I've got a
lovely.
brand new
Had it.
edition of that. So I thought we could all play that one evening. I thought that'd be a right laugh.
Quality.
Yeah, that should be a good fun game to play.
Big Bagsy being the prison guards.
We'll roll for the prison guards.
Do you have to do that when you ask, do you?
You got to raise your hand a
me,
little
me,
higher.
me.
You got to raise your hand a little higher, Scar, if you want to be the prison guards.
I'll start playing it. It's going to be like an episode about Hello, Hello.
Yeah, I don't think we can record that one. I don't think.
Are we going to have a blast today? Hero Quest and all?
I've got that
so we
as
can
well.
die
Yeah.
horribly again. It's the only time I've lost Hero Quest. Was when we played last time.
We did only play with like three of us, wasn't it? It
Years
was
of
three
playing
of
it
us.
with mates as kids. Never died once. Just fucking, we're all dead.
Playing more board games with Dread. I think this is because it was Dread who decided to go solo, wasn't it? He went into a room on his own and got himself murdered.
There's always
a
one
fucking barbarian.
There's
Great,
always
we all
one
just
goes
died
running
horribly.
off.
Oh dear.
I've a BattleTech board game and Encounters one, which is sort of the push your luck dice rolling game that we can all play as well. So
Yeah, nice.
we'll have a wide selection of things to keep us entertained.
I think that'd be
Yeah, I
fun.
can bring some.
I've got on the last day. We're not going to do much gaming, I don't think. On the last day, I've got a nice excursion planned for us. So,
good.
yes, for a day out.
Plenty
a
of
nice day out.
B-roll that's actually going to be fucking B-roll, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A whole day out.
Oh,
All
God.
six of us out.
It's like a
somewhere.
fucking elephant, isn't he?
Yeah, we'll need some games to blast.
I can
some steam
forgive,
as
but I
well.
won't forget.
I might bring the new edition of a certain game as well. Have you ever heard of Hungry Hippos?
Hey,
Bit of Mousetrap.
I'll tell you what I have got that I love. Looping Louie. Have you ever played that?
Is that the fellow with the bogies?
No, that's the one with the
Gooey
the,
Louie.
the aeroplane that flies around and you knock your coins down and you have to tap the aeroplane. That's a fucking brilliant game. You'll like that.
I've got some. I think I'll probably just bring
Pop
some
up
sort
pirate.
of
I might bring that along.
Buckaroo, a bit of Buckaroo.
root
What
to
a-
fucking game.
No, I ain't got the
One of the
nerves for
funniest-
that.
One of
Fucking
the
hell.
funniest Christmases was the Ben had this game and it was like a dog, like Dachshund, and you put some plasticine in its head and then like you spun a wheel and you pumped its lead and
Yeah.
basically it done a shit. and whoever made it do the shit, pump it 4 times. Oh shit, they lost. But one of the kids, it's those big novelty pencils you used to get from like Spain or somewhere like that. It was like a normal pencil, but it was fucking huge. It stuck it up with dog's arse, like right the way in, and he's like, "Granddad's not working." So my father was trying to fix it, and I'm looking at him and just looking at his. In his 70s, this wasn't a board game as far as he's concerned. The look of horror and disgust on his face as he pulled out his massive pencil with his plastic dog's arse, covered now with shade. What the bloody hell is this? Oh, thanks, Granddad, you fixed it. I was in pieces.
Bless.
It was so funny.
I didn't fight in a war for this.
The bed used to have one as well, where it was like a plastic toilet, and you span the bog roll, and they came up with a number, and that's how many times you flushed it. And then when they hit the right one, it squirted water out of the pan in your face. And he was going, "Do you want to play this? Do you want to play this?" I said, "Yeah, go on, and let's play it." And I sat there in front of it, and I'm like, "What's in there?" Because it's not clear. And he went, "Put wieners." I'm not doing that. You can't. Had to rinse it through and do all these sitting there flushing. Just fucking hell, rinse it out.
Why does the game smell of Dettol?
Is it that one as well with the crocodile with the you push the teeth down?
Oh yeah.
Look at that spikes to the teeth. But I did see someone online do it with razor blades and bits.
Yeah,
of
right. I've seen that. Yeah.
What's wrong with people?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Too much spare time on their hands.
Yeah.
Speaking of spare time, we're running out of it here. So do you want to wrap things up then?
No.
Well, go on then.
I'm having fun.
Yeah. So
Talking
yeah.
with mates.
So,
War
yeah.
game friends.
So I hope you've enjoyed this 2 hours of me being constantly interrupted.
We never interrupt.
Not by me.
Yeah, for once.
Can't do.
I never interrupt you.
This is where you get. And ironically, I have actually missed this, but but yeah, I hope you've missed it too. We will be back with
We've missed
more
you.
content. Yeah,
we've missed you.
Better content.
Yeah, but we're gonna
That's not big
do
promises.
we're gonna do some different shit. We've got ideas and plans. We're not gonna say exactly what because I
Or
think,
when.
or when
We'll only
yeah.
disappoint you.
Yeah,
If ever.
As
Well-
you can see, we're in a rush.
you know,
to get it
promises
done.
leaving a disappointment has been the brand for the channel, and we don't need to change that. But we are going to try and be a bit more professional this time, and just keep a few cards under the table. But we are still working on content. Just because we said the Warboss show was done, did not mean we were done. We're not. We just want to shake things up a little bit and do some new stuff. So you'll be seeing that, and you'll be seeing us playing some cool games together again. And until then, have a happy Crimbo. Have all of the happy New Year's and things, if there is one. And you know, we'll see you in the new year, hopefully, if the planet still exists. And I've been Dim. Bye.
Happy Christmas, everyone. Happy Christmas.
See you later. Take care.
Happy holidays.
Oh, fucking wank.
So, right. One of the first things we're going to address when we come back with the new improved show, we'll have a host that will actually like lead everyone in one by one, or we'll figure out a fucking order, and we'll just be the same order every time.
No, it's better. It's better this way.
And on that note, this is 6 Plus Steve-O signing out.
Goodbye from Scar. Happy Christmas. Happy New Year. See you next year. Bye.
You already had your turn, you cunt.
Oh, you interrupt me, you prick. Again. Now, Dread, go on.
Again. Enough said from Dread.
But mostly it's 6 Plus Steve-O signing out.